up our bus.
It is massive. I just picked up the bus here, and I have my class 3, and I've driven large vehicles, but 40 feet of bus is ridiculous. So went on the ferry, crossed over from the island over to the mainland, got up 3 in the morning, caught the very first ferry over. It was just this surreal like adrenaline when I met the owners to do the exchange, go to the insurance and transfer everything over. And then when we got to the mechanic shop, because we did get it checked out, to pick up the bus, and just seeing it there with the keys in my own hands and just starting it, figuring out everything, make sure that I could even close the door. That was fun. That it has a release valve, that everybody who's built a bus with air knows this, but there's a release valve, so you got to close that to be able to actually get the door to shut. And driving this where it goes, it's big, it's such a different feel because you're sitting right at the front, there's nothing in front of you. It's such a strange feeling where it's almost like you're the most similar thing I could explain is kind of like riding a motorcycle, where there's nothing, which kind of sounds crazy because that's the smallest vehicle and this is one of the largest. But because you're so close to the road, you see everything right in front of you. There's nothing blocking your view. And then you check your rearview mirrors and you realize there's 40 feet of yellow tube right behind you. And at first I thought it was going to be a lot more challenging. Once I got on the highway, it is incredible. Like you forget how much bus is behind you. It follows exactly where you want it to go. Getting it out of the parking lot, getting it around some other vehicles was a little bit tricky, but yeah, a lot of 20-point turns to get it around a few things, and just knowing how much bus is behind you when you go to back up and realizing that there's a mile behind you. It was a lot of fun though.
Well, Micah's dad actually was saying how Micah had said he never driven a bus before, and then he hopped in, and then off he went like a pro. Micah's dad actually came home earlier, and then he was telling us all the adventure on his side of the story, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Having talked to Micah all day, when he left, I was still sleeping, and so excited, and a lot of emotions, and
yeah, and then driving that and then pulling up to the ferry to get in line with all the commercial vehicles. It was such a surreal, where even after picking up the bus and driving the bus, it just felt like this is actually the project that we're taking on, and we've officially started. And then coming down the back roads to my parents' place and pulling up to the driveway, seeing Anne-Marie there. I was just filled with adrenaline and just like this anticipation and excitement, and just going, okay, I need to figure out how to drive this thing and navigate and all of that. And then just seeing Anne-Marie on the lawn there, it was the first time I got emotional, and I'm just like, we just bought a bus and we're gonna convert it, and there's tears. I
saw Micah like turn around, and like not turn around, but turn on the driveway, and then I started crying, and I was like, what is going on here?
Yes.
Just so emotional, and just, oh my gosh, it's another dream come true.
Yeah. And I think in addition to that, it's like this is the first place that we've owned. Like, we've owned vehicles and things, but we've never owned our house yet. And so it's kind of like, hey, we own a bus and we're creating our very own custom home inside it, and just something that we've wanted to do, and the anticipation of the adventures that we'll get to go on. And exactly that, we've been talking about and dreaming about being able to do this and create these memories and experiences with the girls, and being able to actually see that we're on that journey, on that track together, and creating this. It's just such a exactly that, a dream come true. And
I think a lot of it is over the years we've been so excited. We're minimalists, like extreme minimalists.
Yes.
And the smaller it is, the better it is. And we started on this minimalism journey in 2018, and being so excited about that. And I've heard about tiny homes again in 2018, and I was just like, wow, this is so fascinating to me that everything has like dual or triple or quadruple purpose, and I think it's just so fascinating. And then we've watched some schoolies and RV living and tiny homes living, like just everything tiny, and being so excited about that, but allowing our fears to stop us. And constantly being like, oh, but what if like tornadoes happen? Or what if like, what about babysitters? Like, we're going to be traveling. How do we vet our babysitters? And all of these fears that we've had, and allowing that to stop us. And just recently we went, okay, enough already. We believe that God's going to protect us regardless. And so let's get going. And we really wanted to pay our first home cash. And we've been saving up for quite some time. And now having this idea, that's not really a new idea, but it's kind of like a new idea that we're actually going to follow through. It was just so surreal and just so awesome, and so very excited.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. We are very excited for this journey. It's going to be a packed 6 months. We'll keep you updated on everything that happens, step by step, what we find and as we dig into this bus and tear it apart and reconstruct it with a house. It's going to be incredible, and excited to share this journey with everybody, and especially with our family, and to be able to have this adventure together. So, yeah.
We have a